I made the best decision of my life to date, and that is to start the gym and have the goal of build muscle and getting in shape. And in terms of the physical side of things, I have completely changed the way I look. I've gained over 60 pounds in lean body mass. Those things I just mentioned to you there aren't the biggest benefits I have got. And this is what a lot of people believe. They believe that, okay, yeah, looking good and, just, building muscle are the main benefits of going to the gym. But what the gym has done for my life is everything to me. It's completely changed my life in so many different ways. And I just want to go through a couple of ways it has changed my life with you guys, and especially because I'm now going down the avenue of entrepreneurship, recently helping clients with transformations and everything like that, and also through their before and after, it's also further confirmed to me that when people get in shape, it isn't just a physical transformation. The main benefits are more transcendent than that. First thing that the gym did for my life is it gave me a level of confidence that I never thought I'd have. When I was younger, obviously this is me going back to when I was in 15 and when I was in school. I'm now 21. I was a tiny kid. I was probably 5'2", 5'3" until I was in year 11, which in England you are 15 to 16, and I was just a pushabout. I was weak as chips. I snapped like a twig. I'm pretty sure I had a couple of close calls in arm wrestling with some girls over time. And I was as weak as a stick. I'd break like that, and that, I mean that literally, because I had 2 leg breaks in 2 years, and I broke a bone here, and I've been through the wars with injuries as well. But the confidence was, if I'm looking at the confidence levels from me now compared to me then, absolutely unshakable difference. And this has leaked into every single area of my life. In terms of relationships, I now have a beautiful relationship. The friendships that I love my boys and, everyone that's around me so much. The way I show up in business, the way I, help clients, the way I answer questions, the way I present myself, even in clothes, right? You can see that I'm actually starting to, I fill out clothes that would have been baggy on me before. And it's through confidence in yourself, how you carry yourself, how you act, how you present yourself, who you surround yourself with, and all of these other things. And that is actually a clue of what I'm going to get into later in the video. Through confidence, you increase your self-belief. Through self-belief, you carry conviction and authority. And through conviction and authority, you're more prone to changing your paradigm, more in alignment with your goals, whether that's with business or whatever. Therefore, it's going to be easier for you to change your reality, for you to level up, for you to evolve and to achieve your goals and become the person that you want to. Now, I'm nowhere near where I personally want to be. I definitely feel like I could have done things better in business so far. However, without the gym, I wouldn't even be on this path. I wouldn't even be going down this avenue. Now, obviously, people start their journey down entrepreneurship through different reasons, whether that's trauma, whether that's through a certain moment that triggered them. However, through the gym taught me so many lessons, and as a matter of fact, every single lesson that you learn from the gym is transferable in life. I'll give you a fantastic example of a lesson that the gym has taught me that is invaluable in entrepreneurship, and that is discomfort now, reward later. And that's one of the most simple lessons and one of the staples of entrepreneurship. However, because I have repeatedly pushed myself in the gym, pushed myself in terms of my discomfort levels, gone past mental pain barriers, and literally pushed myself so hard into the gym sometimes where I've had to go to the bathroom and lay down in the shower for 10 minutes. That has taught me, when I feel a little bit of discomfort in business, that is just a test. And these are the moments that I need to lean into the most, because they're simply the moments where if I push through and I beat the resistance, the the friction that I feel towards doing a task, whether that's hopping on a client call, hopping on a community call that I host every month. And, if you want to access a free community where, you can hop on a call with me, you can ask me questions face to face, you can get more lessons from me about how to integrate fitness into your life in a way that contributes towards your business, you want to get access to free resources, then I'm going to have a link to the free community in the top link in the description, where you can learn and grow with over 330 plus founders just like yourself. But anyways, the gym has just taught me to show up regardless of whether I feel like it or not. And that is just one of hundreds, maybe even thousands of little subconscious lessons that the gym has taught me, and that I've been able to transfer into other areas of my life, whether that's a relationship, in business, with my friendships, with my family, with my university degree when I was pursuing that as well. I have now graduated. As I said, I'm fully embarking on the entrepreneurship journey now. But yeah, that's the first thing, confidence. The second big difference I noticed in how getting in shape completely changed my life is the respect that you feel from other people, and people actually take you much more seriously. People started to actually sort of appreciate and value my words, value the advice that I was giving. More people started to ask me for advice, and for example, now I've got a community of over 340 people who seek my advice and who want to learn from me, as an example. And that's not me trying to be an egotistical bastard, because in many ways, that's not that's simply not the case at all. It's just proof that, if you achieve something valuable, which taking care of your fitness is invaluable, you cannot put a price on getting in shape, taking care of your health and fitness, then people will start to respect your word. And honestly, it feels absolutely fantastic. And in terms of business, the respect and the fact that people will take your shit seriously is absolutely invaluable. If you're in shape and people can see that, or you go into meetings in person, or you're on a call, or you want to close a massive deal with like an enterprise or something like that, whatever it is, if people see that you are in shape, they will take your word much, much more seriously. And people have said that to me. Obviously, it's very, very important to me, because obviously I coach fitness for entrepreneurs, so making sure that I'm in shape is an absolute non-negotiable. And even if your business isn't related to fitness, people will take you so much more seriously. People will respect your word and believe your word so much more. For example, if you offer a guarantee, if someone is in shape and you have that authority because you have the confidence through getting in shape, it's just going to make everything so much easier. If you're in shape, you increase your standards to a high level, and that is the next thing that I want to talk about, but I'll get specifically onto that point in a second. But why I leaked the next point into this point is because when you increase your standards to a high level, you increase everything else in your life and the standards of that. So for example, the people you hire in your team, right? Like everything will just go up, and that includes your business as well. So that's the second point I wanted to make in terms of how business, getting in shape as an entrepreneur has completely changed my life. The third thing, which I just said, is it increases your standards. Now, I'm talking everything from environment to inputs to what you do every day to how you look at yourself and how you present yourself and how you perceive your value to be in business. If you're in shape and you take care of your health and fitness, that confidence, that conviction, that authority, you'll start to surround yourself with better people. That's what I've noticed in myself as well. The majority of the people that I surround myself with day to day are either doing the same thing, or they're in the same sort of avenue, or they're wanting to better themselves in a certain way. You just cut all the negative shit out, keep all the positive, because that is truly what is going to drive you up. You surround yourself with killers who want to push themselves just as hard in the gym. And in my personal situation, it's leveled up the people that I surround myself with. It's leveled up people's perceptions of my standards as well. If I say I'm doing something, people respect that, and they kind of expect me to take a certain action, because I carry myself in such a way that not only have I raised my personal standards, but people also raise their perceived value of you. And in terms of business, your standards increase from a point of wanting to do everything with, the greatest attention to detail, wanting to produce your outputs of such a high quality, making sure that you, for example, train your staff to the highest quality so they're the best out there, so you produce the best results out there and you're the best team out there, and simply you just become a winner and no one can compete with you. And that's because you hold your personal self to such a high standard, and because of that, that standard transitions into every other part of your life and especially your business. And because those standards are so high and they're transferred into your business and everywhere else, no one's going to catch you. No one is going to catch you. And if you've built a business to the level you have now, imagine what you can do if you raise your personal standards and you actually take care of yourself. You develop a morning routine, you look after your health, you take supplements, you improve your diet, you work out every day. You're just going to go batshit crazy. And this is the final point that I wanted to make. You stand out. As I said earlier, when you're on a call or you want to close a deal, or, as I said, for example, you raise your standards and you raise the standards of your team and the people you hire, right? And if your team are the people who are closing deals, who are hopping in the DMs of people or whatever it is, then the standard of their work is going to be higher, and it's going to just increase the authority you and your team have so much in your services. No one's going to be able to fucking compete with you. No one's going to be able to compete with you. A prime example of this is Alex Hormozi. And obviously, he has invaluable business knowledge and unlimited business knowledge that you can learn from 24 hours or 25 hours, 8 days a week, let's say. But another reason why his words and his products and himself as a businessman is so respected is because he takes care of himself. He is absolutely ripped. He is in fantastic shape. And people look at him as such a high operating businessman because he's in a 9-figure range, right? And he's still able to take care of his health. And that shows a man who has every ground covered. His relationship, his fitness, his health, his business, everything is covered to such a high level. It becomes impossible for the competition, because if someone is looking to buy a product and they see him in the market and his standards, the way he manages his team, the way he approaches things, it's going to be impossible for other people to compete with him. And that's why he is an oligopoly in his market, essentially. But that is how the gym has personally changed my life, and how it's helped me stand out, increase my confidence, increase my standards, help me look the part, help me feel better, look better, everything like that. And I genuinely think if you integrate fitness into your life in a way, in the correct way for your current schedule and your goals, the ROI back you're going to get is asymmetrical, and that's not even doing it justice. So if you want to stop second guessing, and you don't want to do all the research yourself, and you don't want to have to do all the learning yourself because you're a busy entrepreneur and you have better shit to be doing, but you just want to be taking action and you want a personalized plan for yourself where everything in terms of your weekly adjustments, your training plan, feedback, everything like that is automated and you just take action on the plan that's been given to you. If you want me to help you with that, with over 5.5 years of fitness experience, helping Ethan, a busy entrepreneur, make more progress than he has in 7 weeks and in 4 years, helped Corey lose over 17 pounds and completely transform his physique whilst working 12 to 16 hour work days. And if you go on my YouTube profile, you'll see client interviews of both of them. But if you just want to stop second guessing and you want to get straight to it, then I'm going to leave an application to book a call in with me one-on-one, and we can talk about how I can build you a personalized plan to achieve your fitness goals, but also integrate fitness in a way which actually improves your business, makes you more money, and achieves your goals to a much better standard. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. I'm posting every day on YouTube throughout August, so if you want more raw chat videos like this, which I'm kind of liking the style of at the moment, and I'm looking forward to experimenting with them, drop a like, leave a comment down below on the most valuable part of the video that you can take away and potentially implement into your own life, or maybe a trait that the gym gives you that you would love to have as well. Drop that in the comments down below. I'll be interested to hear which one you guys would like the most. Drop a subscription so you don't miss out on any videos, and I will see you in the next one.